Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 5 of our AFL Evo 2 sim tournament. My name is Nate PTK, Nate Patrick, whatever choice of words that you just use in my general direction and I respond to. And in the Discord, you'll have picked Geelong and the West Coast Eagles. Why not? They're both similarly rated. As always, you're trying to pick the player that will get best on ground. Failing that, you're trying to pick a team that will win the game, and failing that, just pick a player on a team and you'll get a point. Easy. And thankfully, I have actually updated the leaderboard, which is nice of me, isn't it? It's really nice of me. And you got Chuka in first, so fam, basically, the downfall of Chuka is what we're campaigning for. Dragon Punk, Drome, and Jimmy in those top spots. All of these people in here today as well. So they might be looking to extend their lead, but there's plenty of rounds left to bring it back. We're going to call the sim tournament when the footy returns. And at that point, we will crown the major winner, and I'll send you a good prize. Something slightly better than a large chips at KFC. Slightly better. Alrighty. Geelong and West Coast. I'm pumped. I hope you're pumped. Extra large chips, indeed. Look, if that's really what you want, I can give it to you. Dalhouse is how I'm sure most Aussies would go at it, but I'm coming at a weird angle. Rated Gaming wants the large chips at KFC, fam. I can make that the major prize. That's normally the minor prize. We move. Every time, baby. I love it. And then there's a bit more of a classic. Why do they always do it for me every time? I love that they're in the game, baby. The Eagles song is a bop, agreed. It's alright, I respect it, getting a local band to go and make one for you. Something I wish another league would do. That might be innovative, though. The captains shake hands. We're gonna get crack-a-lackin', fam. Welcome to round 5 of our AFL Evo 2 sim tournament. Geelong and West Coast. And it's Nick Nat immediately out of the ruck, and the first kick is straight as an arrow and through. Jack Darling scores within 30 seconds. Lockdowns, man, with a goal within 30 seconds. Absolutely outrageous. Speaking of outrageous, Shuey now, Dragon Punk. I know immediately that's your player. What is this start? What is this start? West Coast mean business. Hey, Dragon Punk, you got to do it well. Surely it can't be 3 in a row. The kick's decent. There's a spoil. Cats get it clear. There we go. Goodness me. What a start we've had to this contest. Soccer forward. Geelong goes inside their 50 now. Good kick, good mark, Hearn. West Coast moving the ball quickly. Geelong first to that contest. Shouts of ball. We love that, don't we, chat? Bit of a nudge and a mark by Dolhouse. Early days, chat. Don't doubt your player's ability just yet. This is Gary Ablett, who was picked quite late. Eventually picked up by Chuka. Gary Ablett kicks wide. Mark taken. Tom Hawkins. From a very difficult angle, Jimmy, your man has a chance to hit back for the Cats. He hits the post just to behind. AJ, if you kick the ball through the middle, that'll be 6 points. Either side of those main two sticks is 1 point, aka a behind. If you kick the ball 15 meters and you catch it, it's a mark, meaning the other team cannot come and tackle you. However, if you don't take a mark, the ball goes to ground and whatnot. You tackle until you get it back, basically. And you shout ball a lot. And you hit the post. Guthrie on this occasion. (12-2). Good kick inside. Mark dropped. It was so comfortable. A bit of a shove. Hand pass away. Geelong eventually get it home. Gary Rohan with the goal. Drome's player getting the first 6 points for them. Honestly, just scream ball a lot. You can also, instead of kicking it, AJ, hand pass it. Does not count as a mark. However, only a kick does. West Coast to the top of the square. What's the bounce like? It's good again. Liam Ryan with the major. West Coast lead 18-8. Lots of points early on. Halfway through the first quarter. Ball! You hear them! Oh, Jetta was tied up. It was dangerous. Jetta again. Getting to the ball, not able to dispose of it. West Coast, there's 3 Cats around the ball. One of them is Jack Stephen. Don't think he can kick it from here. So he pops it inside 50. What a mark, Tom Stewart. Bravery diving forward. And Stewart's kick is good. Does not matter what height it goes through. Indeed, AJ. Correct. Correct. No one picks Stewart. The Cats back in it. Good tackle. Hand pass to get it away. Lovely work. Here we go. West Coast again. Good tackle, though. And Cripps on this occasion wrapped up. It's a good game so far, chat. I thought West Coast were going to go on a tear. Oh, mark on the line. Josh Kennedy. Unfortunately, has to try and kick it from this angle. Might fancy running around on it to make it easier for himself. Instead, just thumps it into the post. Randy's player. (19-14). Hearn is going to send it straight back. The kick is good. Sneaks in from Hearn. West Coast extend their lead. No one's selecting Hearn either. Itchy nose, chat. Apologies. Lots of points in this first quarter. 25-14. West Coast in the lead. They looked good from the center. Here they go again. Through hands. One more kick to get it done. Josh Kennedy makes no mistake this time. We've got ourselves an almost accurate first quarter score, despite the fact the quarters are 5 minutes. West Coast come again, you know. Nathan Vardy with the mark. As selected by Tankerific, will kick it from just inside the 50. Pushes it wide for a behind. Itchy nose. Thoughts on the first quarter, Dim Sim? I'm loving it. Action aplenty. West Coast kicking accurately. Can't say the same for Geelong. Good angle that we get here as well to see what the kick looks like. It's a difficult one. It's got legs. But it'll just be a behind from Duggan. That'll be it for the first quarter. West Coast with a healthy lead. Geelong showing that they have what it takes to compete, but just not showing it enough in that first term. Comfortable lead for West Coast. Plenty of footy still to play. 11 inside 50s to 4 for West Coast. More possession. It's probably what you're looking at so far. Shuey, Hutchings, Selwood, Blikavs, the names that stick out. The danger should have stayed in Adelaide, says the chat. Oof. Geelong hand passing it the wrong way. What's this bounce going to be like? Oh, it's all going good for West Coast. Jamie Cripps sneaks one through off the bounce. Ali, your man's gone and done it. Geelong started hand passing that backwards from the centre bounce, and it could get even worse. Darling into the post on this occasion. Just getting absolutely done in the middle of the park, the Cats. And they do that again. That's not the type of footy we like to see. Majority of people in the stream picking West Coast players. There's a fair number that have picked Geelong too. Terrible from Kennedy. Instead of going by approximations, I can tell you. Good mark, by the way, by Darling. Geelong can't get it clear. 10 people, including myself, picking a Cat. 12 picking a West Coast Eagle. That one's going to be pulled a little bit again by Darling. Dragon Punk, I rate that from you. 11 scoring attempts to 4. And once again, the Cats can't even get it out of their 50. Gaff with the mark. Stagia Bolzman. Can he kick cleanly? He certainly can. Lovely kick by Gaff. West Coast running away. Geelong, that's better. And then, oh, Gaff, it's a high tackle. I thought that was going to be ball for a moment. Here we go. Surely the banana. It's lovely from Selwood. The Cats don't take many possessions to get themselves a goal. That's why I believe they're still a sniff. Voz's player with a lovely kick here. It is apparently a drop punt. Looked like a banana to me. Never mind. Maybe just off the outside of the foot. Yeah, it's a good old-fashioned drop punt. Don't mind me, chat. Bill Cav's not kicking cleanly whatsoever. But again, plenty of time and plenty of reasons why the Cats could still get into this. That kick favours them. Good mark taken, O'Connor. Slightly dangerous kick, but good mark, Guthrie. Guthrie's kick again looks good. Menegola, we tried this name before, chat. I got to admit, I wasn't particularly confident. Menegola from 45, straight in front. Lovely kick. And the Cats get another one back. Arbe, I don't know how you say his name, but you can pick yourself a good player. Apart from the fact I picked a Geelong player just for the sake of a good tight game of footy, I'd like to see Geelong continue this. That was a good mark by Kennedy, however. Decent looking kick. Good mark. Gary Ablett finally into the game to some degree. That mark should have been taken. West Coast again. The transition's lovely. They've had a few good bounces so far. That one, Darling, how many behinds will he get this game? in the chat right now, tell me if you have an AFL team, IRL, and indeed if it's one of these two. There's Dangerfield, takes the mark, needed to. Ratagalia, we'll try that one out for size. Don't know how it fits. Brad Shepherd, comfortable mark, goes back the other way. That kick's a shocker though. Cats with numbers, can they use them? No good tackle. West Coast able to keep that hot potato going. Cats need to contest. They do enough. Hand pass decent. Oh, that's a great kick. Lovely from Gary Rohart. Straight through the middle. And the Cats are indeed coming back. Chook is a fan of the Western Bulldogs. Rated Gaming Port Adelaide. Exactly, top of the ladder. Just stop the season based on the first round, I say. My Mrs. Family hails from Essendon. I now live in the middle of Sydney and Western Sydney, so make of that what you want. 16-point lead to West Coast. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Hughesy. Welcome. Hughes with the mark. Good mark, Harry Taylor. Don't give up, Cats fans. Hughesy's a Crows supporter. We have had the Crows in previous rounds. He is just absolutely coat hangers the man. Hearn takes a good mark under pressure. Swans, I guess, respect the Lions. We like that. Used to be good. That's a bit rude, wasn't it? Kick is decent. Goes just over the top. But there's a cat running onto it. Sock it off the ground to a teammate. And then hand passed away for no reason whatsoever. The Cats not making great decisions under pressure. As Hutchings takes a good mark, however, his kick is smothered as he tries to play on. Myers throws it away. Oh, it's a Specky McGovern! Oh, he rises above the pack and takes an absolute beauty. We liked that one, chat. West Coast, good mark by Gaff. He's going to try to kick this from a step inside the 50. No, it's right on the 50. It's in line with the post, but it goes through. Gaff has kicked a ripper. Stage your bowls, man, with the 6-pointer. West Coast just keep on trucking. Hughesy, unfortunately, I'd have nothing to do with the match ratings, but I feel your pain. One last cut when I was born. Unlucky Tankerific. Carlton. The Blues. Silvani and Silvani Jr. goated. 54-32. Chat, I am still shook from that mark earlier. Decent hand pass. West Coast again. Dom Sheed with the goal. The Cats just can't contain him. No one selected Dom Sheed. Nate, you should have picked the better team, Dim Sim. Yes. Geelong pushed in the back. Vardy. It's not a bad tackle, all things considered. Cats on the break. Parfitt. 40 seconds left. Geelong going the wrong way. Need to kick it inside 50. Quickly, the Cats. All wrapped up. They need a quick kick and a mark. 20 seconds. Soccer inside. Geelong waste their opportunity. No, they don't. They get a reprieve. This could be massive for the Cats before halftime. They're behind by 28. The halftime siren's gone. And the kick is shanked just the behind. Well. West Coast leading by 3.5 kicks at the break. 4.5 kicks. I can do maths. Promise. And you see there the Eagles just dominating every statistic, really. When Geelong have had it in their forward 50, it's generally been okay, but otherwise, been a bit back and across at times. Darling, Hutchings dominating. Selwood, and you see there the big defender for Geelong. That's not who you want taking your touches. Eagles have shared the goals around, to be fair. We'll take a really quick look at the goal scorers. In fact, the scoring, because, just give me a second here. You see there, the Cats doing fine. There's a man I want to point out for West Coast if I've got this right. I may not have got this right. Said really quickly, Nathan. Sort it out, mate. No? Oh, it's because I've gone the Cats again. For goodness sake, Nathan. I can. I swear I can. There we go. He's done it. He's finally gone to the one bloody thing he wanted to click on. Darling kicking 1-3. Locked down. Your man's had plenty of opportunities. Just can't kick straight. That's literally all I wanted to say. Nice work, me. Nice work. Let's get the second half underway, shall we? Plenty of footy left. Plenty of time left. If you're a Cats fan, don't despair. Gary Rohan has been the man for the Cats so far. Good looking set shot for him. Jerome's player. Kicks a peach. And the Cats starting off the second half like they need to if they're a chance of getting back in this game. Rohan has 3. Nick Nat out of the middle. West Coast getting into a little bit of trouble. And it's just sorted out and they just go for the refuge of the boundary. It's not going to be much of a refuge because it's deliberately out of bounds. Liam Ryan. AJ, maybe that's one for you, fam. Unlike in soccer, if you do kick for the touchline, if it's over that line on the full, the opposition gets it straight back. And even if you just do it deliberately, again, the opposition get the footy. The Cats survive that little moment, going forward. Good mark taken, Mitch Duncan. Duncan's kick to a contest. West Coast with plenty of numbers, but the Cats keeping it alive for now. Soccer forward, good tackle. Ryan overly aggressive in his attempted challenge. The kick straight to Yeo. You! AJ Piano, your fella. And West Coast keep going forward. The kick again is good. Jamie Cripps. Ali. Plenty of good players for the Eagles so far. Cripps has been one of them. Dale, I don't normally read sort of gossip trash about players and coaches and former players and coaches. Their personal life has absolutely nothing to do with me. Cats coming forward. The kick. Is it going to go through? It is. Dangerfield bombs it. Goodness gracious me. Paddy Dangerfield, Borrow. We like that. We really do. Look at this again. The quick kick has the legs to get there. Geelong really needed that. 21-point lead for the Eagles. The Cats again. Inside 50. Mark Spilled. Still going. Cats running onto it. The kick. Good mark taken. Tom Hawkins. He surely can't miss this. Jimmy. Indeed. Pumps it through. Tom Hawkins. And the Cats are marching back. I told you, do not give up on this game. This AFL Evo 2 Sim tournament has had some thrillers. Maybe we're about to have another one. Again, Geelong forward. Cats numbers there. The soccer probably unnecessary, but it works out decently. Hawkins wrapped up right near the goals. Nick Nat. Big punch. Draw game incoming, says Borrow. I tell you what, Parfitt has increased your chances. The Cats on a tear in the third term. 3 goals in a row, 4 of the last 5 for Geelong. That lead for the Cats, or rather for the Eagles. The deficit for the Cats, 9 points. Getting a bit excited, Nate, if you think they have a lead. West Coast, back on the march. Decent looking kick. Mark not taken. Geelong do well to get it clear. Another good punch coming in. Wrapped up, Geelong with the numbers. How's that kick? Nick Nat's got position, drops an easy mark. And under pressure, West Coast a little flustered apparently. Nick Nat's going to have a spell. Kick down the line. Be hard to see what's going on, to be quite honest. Parfitt deliberate out of bounds. That is harsh. Man didn't have much he could do. Big call goes in favour of the Eagles. Geelong keep their heads. Lovely chain of hand passes. Ablett, big baldy head, shining in the sun. West Coast player throws his man to the ground. Good kick, good mark. Kelly. West Coast again. Through the middle, have a bounce. He doesn't. Pops it up because he sees a teammate. Who kicks a lovely goal, Jack Darling. That's better. If you're locked down, you're happier with that type of kick. West Coast go back to a 15-point lead. Here they go again through the middle. West Coast, one-on-one contest, Mark Kennedy. Every time Geelong look like they're just about to get close, West Coast burst through the middle. Kicker major. Kennedy this time. Randy's man. Goes bang. 21-point lead again. And I've got no clue what that name was. I apologize to you, sir. But you were holding the footy. And West Coast again, making them pay. Cripps goes bang. West Coast chant goes up again. We have seen a lot of goals in this game. 5-minute quarter footy. Entertaining stuff. Cats inside 50. Need a goal or two to make this close for the fourth quarter. Kick is scuffed, but Gaff takes out his man. Geelong player going to go back and try and kick it. Goodness me, do they need this? Right on the 50. Mitch Duncan can't make them pay. 40 seconds left. Can Geelong force the turnover? Decent kick, good mark by Gaff, who makes amends. And West Coast will see out that tricky period at the end of the third. They lead by 26. It looks so good for the Cats, and then all of a sudden a little momentum shift and the Eagles back on top again. 13-6 to 9-4. Good accurate kicking. We're going to find out now whether Geelong can pull one of the great all-time sim tournament comebacks off, or whether this is done and dusted. Shuey, Darling, good contenders. Selwood, Duncan. 3 goals for Cripps and Rohan. You see there, look at that little graph. You don't need to worry about where my face is because I'm just cutting off the horror show for the Cats. Seem to be on that momentum roll. Never mind. 1 quarter of footy left. 1 quarter for Geelong to prove they deserve to be in this matchup. It's West Coast, however. We've seen it before. Leakhouse with a good mark. Keeps Geelong in it. 1 more goal for West Coast on top of what we've seen, and I dare say it's done. Dangerfield and Stewart with good marks, and that's a long thumping kick. Geelong coming forward. Falls to a Geelong player. And Menegola with the high tackle. AJ liked that song. AJ, you might have actually heard of the band IRL. We'll talk about that a bit later if you like. Nick Nat, really good quick hands. Been a feature of West Coast footy today. But Geelong marching on. Dangerfield with another big goal. And how badly did Geelong need that? 20-point footy game. Nick Nat, big interception. And again, the quick hands. Darling done for throwing the footy. Tried the shove. Saucy, that's right. If you don't enjoy it, you don't have to be there, fam. That's all good. Gary Ablett, big mark. He's being quiet. How Geelong would love for him to kick this. Oh, and he doesn't miss, Gary Ablett. Fam, I dare say we got ourselves a footy game. Chuka, feel free to untime out, and then we go again if it happens again. 14-point game. Eagles in the lead. Geelong trying for an incredible fourth quarter comeback. And the Cats are coming again. Good mark, Barras. McGovern. Good mark when he needed to, but the kick is smothered. The Cats, the soccer off the ground, doesn't have the legs, but the follow-up is good from Hawkins. My, oh my, what a comeback from Geelong. There's now just 8 points in it. They're kicking 12-4. Considering their start, they're on a roll. Not sure about that from Geelong, but guess if it works, it works. Good mark, however, by Liam Ryan. And a really good kick. Good vision. His kick is wide. I'm not going to, again, try to pronounce because I would hate to do him the disservice of getting it completely wrong. 9-point game. Geelong need to get this clear. Decent. Lovely kick, in fact. Decab's coming good when it matters. Shoved out of the contest. Shepherd way too strong. 9.5 minutes left. Good kick. You! With the mark. How's his kick? Not great. Slapped. And the Cats get it clear. Holding on for dear life, Geelong. The soccer on the volley. Here's, unfortunately for Cats fans, throwing it away. However, Ratakalia with the mark. Geelong, they've really upped their intensity. They're back within 9. One more kick would make it particularly interesting. And there's the intercept. The kick forward, one-on-one. It's still open. The soccer off the ground. Mears makes it count for Geelong. Goodness gracious me. What a comeback from Geelong. They've kicked 4 of the last 5 goals. Holy moly. Here they come again, the Cats. They haven't led at any point in this game. But now, here's their opportunity. The kick is good. Would you believe it? Gary Ablett kicks the goal, and Geelong go in front for the very first time with under 6 minutes remaining. The Eagles fans in the chat popping off. They don't realise what's happened. How quickly a game of AFL can turn. Geelong leading by 3. And Guthrie with the mark. Oh, now the chat starts to realise. It's almost unbelievable. West Coast. Go forward. The kick inside 50. There's no one there. Player running onto it. Sockers are back inside. It's lovely. Oh, we're watching FIFA or AFL Evo 2. Liam Ryan puts it in the back of the net. And West Coast get their lead back. One more time. Soccer off the ground. One more. Bang. Into the bottom corner. I'm losing my head, chat. I'm well and truly losing it. Eagles back in front by 3. What a game of AFL Evo 2 we've had today. The Cats trying to come back. Mark taken, Gary Ablett. He has really stood up in this fourth quarter. It would be a massive kick. Ablett outside 50. The line! It's good! Oh, Gary Ablett is incredible! Geelong back in front. Chat, what are we watching? Less than 2 minutes left. The Eagles with a massive lead at the start of the fourth. Big mark, Gary Rohan. May indeed be that. West Coast will get one last chance to go forward. 1 minute, 4 seconds. This is one of the all-time games. West Coast through hands. 40 seconds left. The kick inside the 50. Spoil! Man running onto it! You're kidding me! You're kidding me! West Coast through Liam Ryan win the game! 10 seconds left! West Coast Eagles have done it! You'll never see anything like it ever again! My neighbours are angry and I don't care! West Coast win! An absolute thriller! What? Chat, I apologize for all the yelling, but come on, fam. A dim sim. You are indeed correct. Dragon Punk said it before as well. Fam, are you serious? Are you serious? That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. Wowee, chat, honestly, I'm still shook. That was an incredible game. I cannot believe what we've just seen. An absolute classic. Fam, of course, there's one more thing that we've got left to look at. Who is the player of the game? Geelong fans, you had it. You lost it. You will get 1 point. West Coast fans, you'll get 2. The player of the game, it is Gary Rohan. So despite being on the losing side, Drome, you will actually pick up maximum points, which I think goes to show just how close that game was. The chat saying Ablett, he was in third. Darling, another favourite, in second. But Rohan gets best on ground. And so, Drome, you'll take 3. West Coast fans with 2. The rest of the Geelong fans with 1 point. That was round 5 of the Sim tournament.